Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome once more to the joy and excitement that is the holy fuck, what the hell, Chocta? Hi. Thank you for the raid and dropping some viewers in on us, Chocta. Very much so appreciated. We are here. I hope you're having fun with the blood and the hunting and doing the combination of those two things as a vampire. I've been derailed. Anyways, yes, hello, welcome everybody. It is time for episode 4 of Amz Goblinz, and we are here to celebrate the achievements of our 4 wonderful goblin heroes in their mighty conquest over the evil Gizwit and his righty, reedy ways, recovering fireworks for the village. For what purpose, they are not entirely sure yet. And what is to come next? Well, I guess we will find that out here today. But just a quick reminder to everybody, if you want to check out our previous session, this is plural, you can go to Effie's YouTube channel, which is listed in the command on her chat there, along with whoever else has added it to their own chats. And you can go ahead and check out all the involved entities who are part of the crazy wing wang shingalinga bing bang that we get up to on this whiz dingler of a real broadcast. I'm just gonna stop talking. Effie, do you want to say hi to everyone before we start?
Aw, I thought you were doing great. I love watching you fall down the stairs. Hello, everybody. How you doing? I'm Effie the cat, and this is welcome to Jackass Goblin Edition.
All right, I was supposed to put this up until we actually started. That was what I was gonna do. I was gonna keep up the picture of our little gobos so that everyone can see at the start that it is starting time, and also the full screen of our wonderful little goblin friends. Look at them. Look at them all their great glory. Fucking just want to squish every one of them. Cute little shits. But yes, we are here. We are ready to adventure. Goblins, are you ready to adventure?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you and Pete now.
Okay, perfect. Well, in that case, just to let you all know before we start, we also have a mechanism in our little game here called the Goblin Bullshit Pool. Essentially, it is a reroll system. Our goblins can use the Goblin Bullshit Pool, which you see in the bottom right corner of your screen. The current pool total is 5. We add 1 for free at the start of every session. The goblins can take a Goblin Bullshit point and use it to either reroll a roll, or they can take 4 and stabilize themselves if they are down and rolling death saves. If you would like to contribute to the Goblin Bullshit Pool, it is $10 a point, and you can increase it. And I now have a functional roll table, which has not been ported into Foundry, but every time the goblins use the Goblin Bullshit Pool, I will roll the Goblin Bullshit Pool and let them know what happens as a result of their use.
I hope you realize I'm going to use it just as much as I normally do. Those fuckers can die.
Yeah,
So
so
chat, help me kill my character fast. Give
I have a couple of duplicate entries that are going to be replaced before I put it into its official mechanic in Foundry, but it is up and running more or less for the time being, so every time our goblins make use of it, they will now suffer the consequences of doing so by rolling on the pool. Some things are good, some things are bad, and some things are just weird. So, we will see what is to come when the pool is used. But with all that said and done and the catch-up done there, thank you all for being here with us. We hope you enjoyed the show. And now it is time for the goblins. You know what helps when we're in a swamp? Swamp ambience.
Ah.
There we go. Oh god, it's so loud. Just turn that down a little bit. Alright, goblins. The last time we saw the 4 of you, you had finally made your return to the village of the Suckfrog tribe, Briny Croak Village being the name. And you had hauled a sled of your own devising, made out of a bed and ramshackled shit parts, back to the village in order to retrieve 8 large, well, semi-large red and gold chests that all contained very interesting collections of fireworks. And Desi, you being the munitions expert, I would say, of the group, was able to suss out a little bit of detailing and interest about these items. But before I get to the ceremony of where you will all be knighted, or I suppose not knighted, but assigned the role of most important goblins before the tribe, I have a little bit of an extra question I need answered here.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys do with Gizwit's corpse?
It's not you guys, it's what did Boggy do with corpse?
I just want to know, like, was there an effort to parade his dead body around, or were you just like, this is my friend now, and hid it under a fucking hut? Like, what?
No,
What
you see
happened?
how it's still, Boggy drag like under here. Wait, let me pick, there we go, like under there. And Boggy just leave corpse there and put, sticks and mud on top.
Okay, so Boggy would have hid Gizwit's corpse from the
Yes.
village?
Yeah, and Boggy be back.
Okay, fair. I mean, I did say that was kind of like your loot, quote unquote. So, unless anyone else has any issues with Boggy's activities, then I don't think I have any other questions. Oh, yeah. Before the event of, like, your ceremony... actually, no, we can save this for later. It's a question I'll just ask later. We're pretty good. But does anyone have any issues with Boggy's actions? Or are you all fine with him taking his well-earned corpse and shoving it somewhere?
corpse.
Hope
is always good, a boy.
All the good things go Bucky. Yeah.
Nom, 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 nom.
All right, fair.
Boggy eat corpse now? What?
No. No, don't
That
be
would be
serious.
weird.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Wanted to double check. You said nom nom nom. Usually that's what you say when you eat something. You like every time you eat, you go nom nom nom. Like mouth open, everything. Your food's like everywhere.
Silly snooty. But Boggy no have to eat.
Oh, so that's why you do the noise, so people think you're eating.
Yeah.
Genius. So smart.
Definitely no snack. Is new friend.
Okay.
Right.
And that's my question.
Perfect. Then, I suppose all that's left is to bring you to the ceremony at hand. So I believe this is going to call for a little bit of a tune down of the ambience and change of some music here. All right. So, after a little bit of preparation time, Wiggums leads the 4 of you up onto the communal eating table that sometimes acts as a stage for the village of Briny Croak. Joined by him and the chief aboard his portable throne, Wiggums turns to address the assembled goblins of Briny Croak. Suckfrogs! Today is important, big day. We here today to make sure all goblins know that these 4, and he gestures over to the 4 of you, have earned the honor of being chief's most important goblins. There is a murmur of noise from the crowd, and a mixture of fascinated whispering and glares of jealous disbelief can be noted amongst the just over 100-strong crowd of little green creatures before you. Stepping before the assembled goblins, Wiggums raises the case containing the 4 badges he had shown each of you earlier, which I will now bring up on screen, and opens it towards the crowd, immediately enrapturing the attention of a fair number of the goblins below with its shimmering contents. These badges will help show that all other goblins must respect these goblins as most important. And if you follow Chief's orders and do good like these four, you may get one someday too. There's a murmuring of heated excitement from a good portion of the crowd in response to Wiggum's, and he turns to face the four of you once more. Locking his eyes with Desi, he says, Desi, step forwards.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna walk forward.
There we go. Let's make sure that Wiggums is visible there for you. All right, now I got everything set up here so that I can do a little bit of fun here as well. There we go. Oh, look, it's Desi. Oh god, she's so much smaller than Wiggums. 1 second.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh,
We
no.
fix it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we flip horizontally. So Desi, you come walking up. Doodle-doodle-doo. It is your turn to receive the most important goblin badge. So as you walk forward towards Wiggums, he looks at you and he says, Desi, do you swear to defend the Suckfrog tribe always and listen to every order the chief gives you until you are dead?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, good. He looks a little awkward and is reaching up a bit, and he goes, "Could you bend down a little bit?"
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. And she's
he-
gonna bend down.
He pins the most important goblin. Pins the most important goblin badge to you. Oops, that's not the way we wanted. Go away. Why are you playing that? Shoo. Let's return to the swamp ambience. So he pins this, shiny ass badge to your chest as best he can without it awkwardly piercing your flesh, and hooks it onto your outfit is kind of snug against your body, so he's just awkwardly trying not to be rude about it.
Yeah, okay. She's just gonna pinch a little bit, and then pull it up. So she's gonna help him.
Okay. So Wiggums attaches it to the outfit, and he looks at you and goes, "Thank you," and just kind of gestures for you to move aside a little bit.
You're welcome. Yeah. And then she's gonna move back. So.
Okay, next up. He points to Gem. And he says, Gem, step forward. Do you?
Yeah, I step forwards.
Okay.
I'm still
very good.
side-eyeing Desi for having something I don't have that's very shiny, and I'm very jealous.
As you move closer to Wiggums, he protrudes. That sounds wrong. He procures another of the same looking badge that you were previously eyeing with your eager visage, and holds it out. And he says, Gim, do you swear to defend the Suckfrog tribe always and listen to every order chief gives you until you are dead?
If I say no, do I still get the badge? Yeah.
He just kind of walks backwards a little bit, doing a, oh, it's going away motion. Oh, where's it going?
Yes, I'll do it.
Shit, you're gonna kill me. So he hands you over to the badge, and you have this nice shiny badge, which I will bring back up on screen. There we go. It's the most important goblin badge. And taking a look at it. Yeah. It's you can pin it anywhere to your outfit that you want. He seems to have given up on doing the pinning himself because you're wearing less clothing than Desi. Where would you like to pin it?
I'm looking at my character model and I don't know where to put it because it's going to be the hip for him.
The hip?
is where it goes.
All right, little hip pinning.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So he gestures for you to kind of move off the stage, and as Gem departs from the stage, he points over to Snooty. says, Snooty, come forward.
Yeah. Of course.
All right. Whoop.
Okay, but picture her in hold on. I have a thing. I rushed this so I could give this to you, but it was too late. Fuck. It's taking longer to get to. I'm so sorry. This.
I love it. So Snooty, I'll try my best to put this up on screen at the moment there. Let me just add that real quick. So we'll quickly do a little swapsies real quick here with the concept. So Snooty is wearing her. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the previous session, Snooty is wearing what appears to be a sort of wedding dress made out of like a nightie that you would have somebody like wear in like a 1920s style like nightgown coming down the stairs, like, oh, is my husband dead? I know I killed him, but I'm feigning ignorance kind of outfit. But like redesigned with the help of Desi to also kind of make you look like very ready and prepared for like marriage. And as you come forwards, you stop in front of Wiggums, and Wiggums looks at you, and he says, Snooty, do you swear to defend the Suck Frog tribe always, and listen to every order Chief gives until you're dead?
It's like married. I think this how ceremony work. So anything for husband.
One of the goblins in the crowd goes, What? What did she say?
I mean anything for the tribe.
It does like a very obvious wink, but it's like turns into like one of those like slow rolling winks. Like the blink, because she doesn't know how to wink, and she's like,
Yeah.
little thumbs up.
One of the goblins, like, the goblins are, like, looking at each other in the crowd, and one of them goes, Wiggums? Yes? Is Snooty fucking Chief?
My lord.
Does Snooty want to say anything, or you just let Wiggums respond?
Snooty looks over and goes, does this mean anything? And she holds out her hand with the earring.
They're all looking at each other confused, like, it's a cool ring, I guess.
It mean marriage, you dum-dums.
They all start murmuring and whispering to each other, and like half of it is like, oh my god, it's Snooty marrying Chief, and the other half is like, what marriage? And they're like having this little conversation, and Wiggums just sighs and goes, yes, I was going to instead of... Oh, there we go. Now it should reconnect. Alright, we're back. There we go. I can see it.
Snooty's love
dark. So
for the
confusing.
chief turned everything off. It was just too powerful.
Yes, unfortunately my OBS is a hot pile of ass garbage, and I'm going to probably just reinstall my Windows and everything from the ground up, because I've been running into all kinds of tech issues. But don't worry, everyone, we're back. It should do that only potentially once more, but probably not. Otherwise, it is all good. But where we left off, Snooty, Wiggums turns to the rest of the goblins in the crowd, and he says, I was going to save it for later in the evening, but yes, Snooty is going to be one of the chief's first wives. And everybody's like, oh, like having a conversation, chatting with each other, and some of them are clapping, and like another one goes like, oh, so jealous. And then another one just goes, but she's so fucking ugly.
I may be ugly, but this mean I am most important.
And they're all like, some of them are arguing, a couple of them in the front are like, oh yeah. And then another goblin's like, suddenly I find Snooty much more attractive.
Especially with all like the sticks and like bugs and stuff in her hair, and her face has a little bit of mud and stuff, so she's like made herself intentionally more ugly.
100%. So Wiggum's just like shakes his head and goes, right, we'll cover that later. But yes, you swear, yes? You take badge, you swear?
Yes, I take badge, I swear.
Okay, good. And he just like hands it to you.
I will put it on actual clothes. This is wedding dress.
And then she just walks away and goes back to the group.
All right. And then next up. Buggy, step forward.
Hi.
Are you going to approach as Big Buggy, or will you just like walk up as like little doll Buggy?
I want little doll Buggy. I want funny.
Okay, hold on. Let's. I have an easy way to solve this problem real quick here. I forgot to add it to the pool, but it's okay because I have a solution, and that solution is to do this. Haha! And he looks down at you. Wiggum's just like leaning down, just kind of like, Buggy,
Hi.
do you swear to defend the Suck Frog tribe always and listen to every order Chief gives until you are dead?
Yes. I enjoy your funny words, Wiggy boy.
Okay. Here, let's do a little extra here. We just go down, and it's sized for goblins, so he's just gonna put it right on your forehead. There we go. Good. And then we just select both layers here, real quick, like that, and
Stupid Wiggy. Buggy already dead.
All right, so now having received your most important goblin badges, as seen here on the screen for all of you to marvel and wonder at, congratulations, goblins. You are now the most important goblins of the Suck Frog tribe.
I have a question.
Yes.
Like, how do we tell which one of us is the most important goblin?
That would be the chief.
Yeah, I can show you.
You can show
Wanna
me?
see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanna see? All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Gem's badge and put it on my chest real quick. So what happened?
Gem is utterly fucking amazed by this.
God damn it.
Wow.
See?
Wow.
Now I am doubly important. But here. And then Desi's gonna give Gem back the badge. There's a little hesitation. There's a little bit of a golem moment. There's a little moment where she stares at it and realizes, oh, my precious. And then hands it over.
Now you're not most important goblin.
No, that's okay though.
So,
Technically, Snooty is second to Chief at this point, not Wiggy.
Is it Wiki
shit.
below us all? Wiggy has to do what we say.
Yeah. We should make him eat a frog.
Wiggy. Wickham's. Wigman.
Fucking he turns to look at you. What?
As most important goblin, I demand you eat a frog.
He looks at you a little bit like... He rolls his eyes, looks a little like nice try kind of look towards you, and he unpins the front of his lapel and he opens it, and you can see 6 of the same badges that he gave you, basically festooned on the interior of his coat. And he says, no, you'll need to do better, sorry.
He's most. I don't know how many that is. Most important goblin.
Hold on.
Have been outplayed.
How many pins have Chief?
He rolls his eyes and says, Chief no need pins. Chief is most important goblin. He has...
Wait.
He gives
Wait,
to us these...
so-
And he is more important than us.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
what
If he has no
happens?
pins, how do we know?
What happens if we put Chief on our shirt and then we wear most important as Goblin?
A couple of the other goblins in the audience are like, yeah, what if they do that? And another one is like, this is confusing. Wiggums just kind of like rolls his eyes and just goes, you're welcome to try to lift Chief.
Wait. We can touch the
got
chief.
We can touch the chief.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Begins to hyperventilate.
Yes, but only if you are willing to risk his terrible hunger.
Wait, hey. Desi's gonna lean in and she's gonna whisper into Gem's ear. What are we doing? Are we eating the Chief? Are we gonna, like, Snooty's gonna, like, what are we
Well,
doing?
I think Snooty has to take the first bite. It's only fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god. Alright, so as you guys are
Quiet enough.
as you just well, it doesn't matter because as you're all standing on the stage with these new shiny badges, there you can hear as the last of you are receiving your badge and are basically paraded out in front of the tribe as a group right now. One goblin in the group just points up and goes, "Hey, tell us the story." And the other goblins around start looking at each other and murmuring in agreement, and very quickly you can hear them begin to chant, "Tell the story! Tell the story!" So it seems like the village wants you all to regale them with the tale of your heroism out in the swamps. What would you like to do about that, goblins?
I'd like to tell the story. I'd like to start telling the story.
Alright, go for it.
Okay. One day, it was like 2 days ago. Maybe 3? I don't know. But Wiggums came in and he was crying, pulling out his hair, and he told us, "Oh, most important is goblins. I need you to get things for us, 'cause I am Wiggums and I cannot go out into the waste, 'cause my shoes will get dirty and I will cry and then no one will respect me." And we said, "Oh, okay, we'll go out." And then we did. And then what happened is we trudged for 70 nights and days. And then we found the big spider. And we snuck around it. It was eating a mighty tribe of humans. Nom, 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 nom. It even ate one horse. And while it was doing its dark deed, we snuck away. And then we found a magical boat. And it was guarded by
Butt.
dogs.
It's a butt.
Yep. But sorry.
Yeah. But
Yeah. A butt. And then Gem can tell her ass.
and there were 6
And I hold up 3 fingers.
big dogs and a fiery horse, and we killed all of them.
Bum bum bum.
And then
And then there was
Yeah.
this really big nerd who
She leans in and does like this big wide hand motion. Goes,
reads.
And all the goblins are like, oh!
And we killed him. And him dead now.
And the goblins all cheer.
And then we build her own butt. Learning. But not the bad way with the words and stuff. Like the way you're supposed to learn. By watching each other. And we went onto this butt. Into the waves. Underwaters.
ooh, wiggly fingers.
And then there were these big, bug things that were just like, bzzz, and tried to eat us. But we killed those too. Yeah.
Gem opened her mighty mouth, and she sucked in real hard, and the bugs got sucked in, and she crunched them.
we ate
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
many
yeah.
bugs.
Gem, eater of big bug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The bugs were the size of a dog.
One was as big as horse. From I
Yeah,
could
ours is-
see.
I'm very impressed and great.
Yeah, you are. We're all pretty great.
Boggy, do you have anything to contribute to the story?
Now do
No.
the rap, Boogie.
Baki doesn't really remember doing a whole lot. I remember being in a bag, and there was crispy, and then I got Uber Eats, and then I got a body, and then I got a badge, and now I'm here.
Oh, we also saw big peoples. And we scared them away.
Oh, that's right.
Because we were so cool and so important goblins.
I was so close. I almost had a big body.
Boggy
we also met Big
did the big
Spider.
scare. Oh yeah, big spider.
Big as this many, and she just holds up all of her fingers and like lifts up her foot slightly, and she goes,
This many houses tall.
Uh,
It was
we
scary.
scared it
but
away,
we-
though.
We did with our mighty importantness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, Desi? Right, Boggy?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
And we came back, and Wiggy Wiggums cried at how brave we are.
And Chief was so impressed with us and with me that he accepted my me asking marriage.
There's like a bit of a long pause from all the goblins, and you're just kind of like wondering, like, oh, did that land? Do we need to do it again? Do we need another take? And suddenly one of the goblins is like, "That's the best fucking story ever!" And a bunch of them start clapping and nodding, and they're just like, "Yeah!"
We are so
Wiggums.
awesome!
Yeah.
Wiggums is just rolling his eyes and is just like, oh, these fucking goblins. And as you guys are just like taking in the cheers and the admiration for your efforts, Wiggums claps his hands together, and 2 goblins bring one of the red firework chests out onto the stage with them. And he gestures to the box and everybody, and he says, "Our bravest and the bestest, most important goblins brought something very important back to their village. And today, the chief has decided to share some of these important things with all of you." Wiggums opens the chest, and you can see that there are 10 bags of the pot banger throwable fireworks in the chest that you have recovered inside. "Most important goblins, please share with the tribe what you found." So, can I get either a acrobatics or thievery initiative roll from you guys to see who gets to act on that that invite first, if you want to?
Which rolls?
Either acrobatics or thievery as the option you'll choose for initiative.
Oh, initiative. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it's an initiative roll.
Let me roll initiative. I forgot how to.
Oh,
click
you're
the button.
paused. You're
Oops.
paused, that's why.
My bad.
And
yeah,
you have to create an encounter for initiative.
Just make I mean, it won't make any difference. Just either roll an acrobatics or a thievery test.
Alright, then I'll leave my acrobatics alone then. Aw, yeah.
Alright, looks like Gem is the one who acts first if the Gem wants to do anything. So Gem, you're quickest to move when Wiggum says that. What would you like to do, or would you just let somebody else?
Start trying to pick them all up, but at some point I think I picked up so many that I start dropping them as I pick up one. Like I'll drop one, pick one up, drop one, pick one up, repeated motion.
Alright, Snooty, you are the second highest in the initiative. You can see that Gem is picking them all up, but couldn't possibly pick up every bag in one go. So what are you going to do?
So he asked us to hand them out to everybody as most important
I mean,
goblin?
he said, please share with the tribe what you found. You can interpret that however you want.
Snooty walks up to the chest and pulls out one bag and opens it and goes, "This firework, ooh." And then tosses it in the crowd, just a single one into the crowd.
All right, so these are kind of like those little poppers that you would throw at the ground, and like they make the like crack snap noise, but like a little bit enchanted with something inside of them, so they make a bit more of a dazzling detonation. So you don't need to light them before you use them. You could just throw them down, and they like
pull up one at a goblin. Oh, perfect. So she grabs another bag and takes a handful and just chucks them at the other goblins. As she had thrown the other one, and she goes, "Do this!" Bah!
So you create this like these crack little detonations as they go off, as these little fizzy explosions of like sparkles come out as they detonate in combining with their impact to the ground, and a bunch of the goblins are like, they like stumble backwards, some of them falling over each other. Others are like, ooh, like super enthralled. So as Snooty's doing that, Desi, you are the next in initiative. What do you do?
I'm gonna go grab one of the Roman candles.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna light it and hold it like a wizard wand.
You only have the one that is like in your own inventory. There's none of the other fireworks are in this box at the moment. So if you want to light one of your own, you can. But
wait, what's in the box?
It's just the little pot bangers. It seems Wiggums has taken out the other 2 types of fireworks from this particular box. But you still have some of the fireworks on your personage as well.
I do. I don't know if I want Wiggums to know that I have those, though.
That's fair. So if you would rather not make that known, then that is totally fine.
I'm going to take the pot bangers and then use one instance of my quick alchemy to make a harmless smoke bomb.
Okay.
It's just the smoke bomb. And then I'm just gonna hurl this like big handful into the middle of the crowd. And it's gonna make the little pops and bangs and stuff, but the bomb with basically nothing in it is just gonna smoke bomb. So it's gonna create a big multicolored poof of smoke that'll probably drift away along the water. But, you know.
All right, so the goblins seeing all this, Boggy, anything you would like to contribute to these shenanigans, or are you good?
Buggy is okay.
All right, fair enough. So as they, Gamma, as you're like clambering to pick up as many of the bags as you can, and some of them are dropping out of your arms and like into the crowd, the goblins, after seeing this display, a bunch of them like leaning back and shrieking, or just being like, ah! They all start seeing like where it's coming from and what it was, and they just rush towards the stage. Like a whole bunch of the goblins at the front of the group just start picking up the bags and fighting over them and pulling the little pot bangers out that they can. What would you, the rest of you on the stage with the remaining ones, what do you want to do with the remaining bags?
I want to fight them for the bags they're trying to take off of me. How dare they? These are mine.
All right, what about you, Desi?
I'm gonna start handing them out.
All right, and you, Snooty?
Snooty looks at the chief and goes, "Does Chief want to have one too? Or does Chief don't need one?"
Wiggum's like looks over at you like, are you kind of asking Chief that directly?
No, she is going to be nice for once and basically kind of look at Wiggums instead of talking to him directly. Because they are not married yet.
Wiggums nods his head and says, Chief has all the other fireworks. These are fireworks for the other goblins. You share with tribe, make tribe happy.
Oh. This why you have so many badges. And she just starts like opening up the bags and then just flinging them into the crowd as they're rushing, and hopes that as they're going through, some of them land on the ground and going and like popping and like making loud noises and stuff and scaring the other ones because she finds it funny.
All right, so as this is all being handed out and everybody is kind of celebrating and Gamma's tenaciously fighting over the ones that she's able to hold on to, eventually all the goblins are celebrating and dancing, and Wiggums comes to the edge of the ad hoc stage, air quotes, and says, yes, good. We are going to celebrate tonight with another great feast. And he like throws his arms out and says, give thanks to Chief for great tribe, and give thanks to most important goblins, pointing to the four of you, for bringing us the fun tonight. And a couple of the goblins are like, thank you, and others are like, fuck off. And collectively, they seem to be celebrating and just having a great gas of the evening. So my question to the four of you, with all that's left of the night, is a feast. So would each of you like to do anything during the evening celebration before the next dawn greets you in the beautifully fetid brine stump marsh?
I know what is still. Wigman's badges.
Yeah?
Uh,
And how do you want to go about doing that?
I have no idea.
All right, so you're like, it's an intention you want to follow up on an opportunity, but for now you're not sure of how to go about it.
Yeah, I think for now I want to help the other goblins prepare food by stealing the food from other goblins who are preparing food.
So you're like taking food from goblins who are cooking, giving it to other goblins who are cooking?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
We made food for you to give out for feast.
Can you give me a thievery roll again, please?
Are you sure?
All right, they're kind of used to this. It's a bit you've played before, unless you want to call some.
Kitchen.
Yeah, yeah. They're like some of them are like they're a little too preoccupied with cooking, so they're like, "Oh, thanks, Gam," and others are like, "Oh, fucking god damn it!" And very quickly into the evening, most of the goblins realize that you have been just redistributing cooking rather than making any legitimate inroads on that front. What about you, Desi? Any actions or activities for the evening before we reach the morning?
Sorry, I was trying not to laugh. Uh, honestly, hmm. Honestly, given the choice, Desi would probably go back to her hut real quick,
Uh-huh.
and she would probably hide her stuff.
Okay, so all the fireworks she has currently on her, she would like to tuck away?
Yeah, the fireworks and the books.
Ah, yes, that's probably a wise decision. Is she going to make any attempts at those books again tonight, or will she leave those for now?
Not with the tribe here.
Gotcha.
Maybe after. Maybe after. So like when she's alone, yes. When mixing it with the other people and having people run back and forth, no.
All right, that's entirely fair. Any other actions or activities?
Yeah, after she's done with that, she'll probably go back to the feast and she will watch what Gem is doing. And then take the food that Gem gave after she runs off and go bring it back to the other people. And just be like, Gem's dumb.
Like,
I just
I stole it from a kitchen and gave it back to the same kitchen. You're taking it from that kitchen to give it back to the same people.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll allow it. It's just stupid enough it might work, so yeah, go ahead. That's...
Cool.
Are you trying to do it without Gem noticing, or are you just going for it?
Yeah. I wanna try to do it without Gem noticing.
Okay, give me a
Stealth.
thievery roll,
Okay.
please. And Gem, give me a perception roll.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Wait,
Roll low. Real low, wife.
That is not low. Gem, you notice that Desi has been undoing your generosity.
Desi, how dare she do this?
I'm gonna start stealing 2 plates at once now.
I'm gonna start stealing 2 plates back.
No.
I'm gonna carry 3 plates.
I'm gonna carry 4.
Can you both give me acrobatics rolls, please? Alright. This escalating fucking war of plate nappery and ingredient juggling is sustaining for the time being, but as we ponder how far the escalation will go before it becomes a catastrophic, mutually assured destruction scenario, Snooty, what are you gonna do with your evening?
Snooty's gonna keep trying to woo the chief some more.
Okay, and how's
like,
she gonna do that?
She's she's gonna do like things that she's seen people in town before she had gotten there do, which is like she would remember seeing like some of the people ladies like doing like this thing where they like pose really awkwardly to try to then talk to people and be like, so chief, come here often.
I'm gonna look at your stats real quick for something. Just to...
There's a reason why my stats are the way they are, just so you know.
Give me, considering the perspective of how she's doing it, give me a society roll.
Mm-hmm.
Chief seems to be rather exhausted from the ceremony, and no matter what you do, Snooty, Chief does not seem to stop snoozing. Like his eyes are firmly closed, and you can hear him snoring. So you're basically having a one-woman conversation. So you can interpret that however you want, but he hasn't opened his eyes since the end of the ceremony.
She would probably notice this and look like the absolute amount of disappointment on her face would be so immeasurable. And she would just find a random place to sit, and she would just sit down with her head in her hands, like under her chin, and she goes,
Ah, if only I was prettier.
Oh no.
Snooty, no. I'll put the chief up on screen.
She just wants the chief to notice her, like properly and not with threats.
Oh, sorry. We need the appropriate variant of chief for this situation. There we go. Perfect. All right. So while Snooty has to deal with that unfortunate reality of her newfound marriage, Boggy, what are you going to get up to as the evening's festivities go on into the night?
Boggy has taken the little party poopers, and he is putting one on every butt. Just walking underneath the stools and putting them boop, boop.
So
And
like,
one for you, and one for you. So when people sit down, they go boop.
give me a stealth roll, please.
Oh, that Do you hate funniness? Yes, I would like to do goblin shenanigans.
Yes, you call a goblin bullshit. All right.
Yes, this is goblin bullshit.
All right. So give me that reroll, and I'll let you know what you get on the. Oh, very well done. You are using that goblin bullshit to a great effect, and I will roll. I need to do just a. I don't have the roll table set up, but I will. 1d100. 47. All right. What are we getting on the goblin bullshit pool today? Small. Boggy, as you are handing out the firework whoopee cushions, a small wheel of moldy sharp cheddar cheese appears in your hand.
Silly magic.
Do you want to do anything with that cheese? Holy fuck! What the hell? Bruh.
Bruh?
Did
What?
Was that?
Let's go!
Bruh.
Was that an
What?
accident? Did you accidentally put
No.
another zero on the end there?
Yeah, that's hello?
That's, Huber, thank you very much for adding 10 goblin bullshit points.
The fucking
Tiger,
damn.
let's go!
Oh my
Good
goodness.
bean!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh boy.
Holy shit, Huber.
We appreciate your support for the project. That is very
Damn.
Dankeschön.
Do you want some of my moldy cheese?
I
Good.
would like more moldy cheese.
Yes, my question is, what do you do with the moldy cheese?
I guess I have to go find someone who wants some moldy cheese. Also, don't worry, Snooty, you're very beautiful. It's just, his eyes are closed. You can't really see with your eyes closed.
I'm just not noticeable enough. It's okay.
Have you thought about lighting yourself on fire so he has to open his eyes?
You know what? That sounds like a good idea. Maybe he would notice me.
That's how I noticed Crispy.
She just starts actually contemplating setting herself on fire.
Wiggums will overhear this conversation as he is never far from the chief's side during any event. And he comes up and he says, Snooty. Snooty.
Yeah.
Don't tell other goblins that I told you this,
Uh-huh.
but the chief likes your face.
The chief like my face?
Yes, don't tell other goblins. They'll get jealous, and they'll put things on your face.
I won't tell no goblins.
And
I have
she
it.
gives him a hug.
Wiggums doesn't know how to process this experience, but he's just kind of like, he does that like proper English gent kind of like light back pat, like there kind of reaction, and then just kind of pushes you a little bit away and goes, yes, well, you're welcome.
Ah, now I know. But when he wakes up, I will make sure he can see my face as much as he wants.
God. All right. Wiggums nods and says, yes, Chief is large goblin and needs to use lots of energy to stay awake. So until Chief has way of getting more energy, Chief needs long periods of deep sleep. But Wiggums knows way that Chief will get more energy thanks to your help.
Really?
Yes, but that we must talk of that tomorrow when there are less goblins around.
Okay. Snooty will sing a song for everyone.
Wiggums just kind of like shrugs and goes, "Okay, you do you."
She's just so happy. She's like, I shall sing happiness. Let's go.
do you want to give the goblins a performance, or are you just saying?
Yes.
Okay, do it. Do it up.
Let me see. Which one do I want to do? Ba-ba-ba.
We are, the song she is going to sing is the rating song.
The raining song?
Rating.
Oh, okay. All right, continue.
Humans have a little town. We burn it down. Burn it down, burn it down, burn it down to the ground. Kill the people, slay their beasts, their dogs. Take their things, eat their meat, feast until you're had your fill. Because the goblins they kill. Search their pockets, steal their stuff. Goblins never get enough. Burn the building, slip inside, where the humies try to hide. Select their thirst, drink their blood, have some mercy, but no, not really. Kill them. When the humans start to fight, stick their goodies in a sack, disappear into the night. Silly humies, we'll be back.
And then she like does like a very deep bow and like does like a little twirl because she's happy.
You can give me a performance with advantage.
Woo! Performance with advantage. 15.
Well, I mean, it's not terrible, and the goblins are very enthused. Some of them are like, you have in one night gone up in goblin society by a high number. Before you were kind of like that one weird ugly goblin who always sings, and like half the time everyone's like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever, fucking singing and stuff. But now there's like a bit of a sycophantic air to some of them where they're just like, goblin, is Snooty Goblin Chief also? They're like not sure if they should like treat you like the chief or like kind of like the chief. So some of them are politely like, yeah, Snooty, even though like some of the goblins who are doing it, you previously have had them basically go like, shut the fuck up. So yeah, you're getting a lot better reception here in the tribe. The village has definitely, it seems tonight, really taken a shine to your performances more than they always do.
She is so happy at the moment. She is like literally like just super giddy over the fact that people are actually listening to her sing now. She's like,
Soon. The whole country. And she like does like evil hands and everything. She's just so happy. She's like soon celebrity.
All right. To that effect, Boggy, any other little things from you, or are you good just doing the farty cushion shenanigans?
It's the pooper cushions. I keep the party pooper cushions. I keep putting them down. Yeah.
All right.
Nobody
cool.
knows it's Bucky, but now I have to go share cheese wheel.
Right. Do you have a particular target in mind for that effort?
I think Em said she wants cheese.
All right. So Boggy, as you wander in your little doll form through the village, you could come across Desi and Gem, where the food is prepared in the village, and they now are like. They're like competing, and a bunch of other goblins have followed this. Like they're like cheering and clapping as Desi and Gem are like stacking plates and bowls and shit of all kinds of food in an attempt to like also steal one from each other's pile every now and then, and it's turned into kind of like combat food Jenga. And a lot of the other goblins are taking bets and like cheering one name or the other. So as you come upon the two of them doing this, Boggy, what would you like to do? You know Gem really likes cheese, so...
Gem, you want cheese?
What?
You... God has given me cheese. Bog, give you cheese.
Give me?
Yeah. If
I think
you're
I got all
lactose
the plates I currently have at the moment. Just drop them all in the ground and go immediately towards the cheese.
Yeah, you're just gonna abandon the pillar of plates?
Gem doesn't have like an attention span, okay?
So Gem abandons her pile of food to the ground, and a bunch of goblins rush forward to just start eating it. And you just charge towards Boggy, holding up this little wheel of cheese. And Desi, you are declared the victor, and a bunch of like some of the goblins are like, oh, and others. Yeah, so that's another thing that happens, which is why I'm super confused, because the Foundry does that too, for some reason.
I think you're losing internet. I don't think it's.
Well,
I,
you're
th-
still
I think your
here, you're
internet.
just as fine, so it's not
But
the internet.
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't do it when I'm not streaming. Like
But
it only happens when I'm doing like a live broadcast on OBS, and it doesn't do it otherwise. Oh, we're back. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right. Sorry. Anyways, as we had left off there, Desi, you are now declared the winner of the kitchen plate Jenga experience. How would you like to? How would you like to celebrate your victory? Do you also drop your giant stack of plates, or?
I'm gonna start handing them out, and then I'm gonna take a plate, and I'm gonna very smugly go trot after Gem, and I'm gonna go check on Snooty. I'm gonna give Snooty the plate that I was eating, just because I know she probably hasn't left her spot from trying to like fucking seduce the chief. She's probably just sitting there, twirling her fucking hair, sitting in that dress, being like, "Take me now, chief." So she's probably hungry.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go also try to find Boggy.
Well, you saw Boggy giving cheese to Gem.
Oh. What the fuck?
Yes.
I didn't get cheese.
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna give Snooty the plate that I kind of like nibbled off of, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, here, this for you. Hold on, I gotta go fight Gem for cheese.
Thank you. She just starts
Yeah,
eating it.
welcome.
She doesn't question it.
Yeah. And then Desi's gonna go try to get some cheese from Gem.
Gem, by this point, you already have the little cheese wheel from Boggy. Are you going to just shove that in your mouth, or do you like?
I am parading around, showing everybody how victorious I am. Clearly.
So you, in your mind, you won because you now have cheese.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tackle Gem.
All right.
Get off.
I guess. Can I get an athletics test from both of you, please,
Yeah, absolutely.
to see who can wrangle the
Well, I gotta
cheese?
refresh
Does
because
does he get a bonus because this is by surprise, or do I get a negative?
yeah. Do I get a surprise round?
No. I would say that it's
You're like, no.
just
Why are
just
you
getting
like
into
this?
the cheese wrestling is enough of a surprise. So now you both make athletics rolls, and whoever wins that roll off gets the cheese.
Goblin bullshit, go.
No. I went with the negative one.
Oh,
Fuck
it's
you.
a tie. All right. Roll 1d100.
Do I do that, or do you do that?
No, I do
You
that.
Okay, cool.
There's a table system in Foundry that I will integrate it into. I just haven't copied
Okay.
over all the entries yet. And then we can do it automatically in Foundry every time. All right. So, no, sorry, not Snooty. Desi and Gem, you guys are rolling all over the ground over this piece of cheese, and you fight over it so hard, and you split it perfectly down the middle, so that Desi, you come back with one piece, and Gem, you come back with another. And as you're both sitting there staring at two halves of the cheese, Desi, you break wind uncontrollably and loudly for 6 seconds.
I see. We're gonna use that to our advantage and power stance. This war has just begun.
The entry says the closest creature to the goblin capable of doing so breaks wind loudly and uncontrollably for 6 seconds.
Wait. Who does? Desi or I do?
Desi does. It's
Oh,
the
Desi
closest
does.
creature to
I'm
the
gonna flip
goblin.
around while I'm farting to fart in Gem's general direction. And I'm gonna start cramming cheese in my fucking mouth.
I think. Okay, if Desi does it, I'm intimidated by that. And I think I dropped the cheese and then run away.
I think there's the cheese.
Yeah, you're gonna take the rest of the cheese.
There's cheese. And then I'm gonna look at the rest of the goblins and I'm gonna throw my hands up in the air. Like I'm fucking Rocky Balboa.
They are going to celebrate your cheesy farty victory with you, and truly revel in your success this evening. You receive many compliments on your food mastery and your butt mastery. This is harkening me back to that nice ass, I bet it farts hard as fuck thing you posted. Anyways,
Ooh, pardon me.
I think that's enough goblin bullshit for the evening, unless
Hey, that's a
anyone
point.
else.
That's a point.
Oh,
No.
that is a point. We get a point.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Fine. It's not the exact wording, but fine. Fuck it. Well, there you go. I've increased the pool. Anyways, does anyone have any other things they wish to do in the evening before we transition to the start of our next narrative line?
Oh, Snooty's going to go up to every her buddies, her pals, and goes, So I was told not to tell every goblin. So, and she covers Gem's ears and goes, The chief liked my face, even though I am so ugly.
I can't hear what you're saying, Snooty.
It's good you cover her ears. She's gonna try to steal your face now.
Exactly. That's why I cover ears.
You need to talk louder. I can't hear you.
I said you are so pretty, Gem. I am jealous of beauty.
You should hide
Wait.
your face.
Did I marry the chief?
No. No. Only I marry Chief. Then afterwards, maybe you marry Chief. I am first wife.
Gem is trying to think as hard as she can about how she could possibly steal marriage. And I think it's hurting her.
Can you give me a society roll, Gem, please?
What a society.
The vaguest notion you know of when someone steals a marriage has something to do with destroying their house. And that's about it.
Sleep well, Snooty.
I think
Sleep well.
I think Alice should get a +5 Rachel to being a home wrecker.
Oh, I already have that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, goodness. Alright. So this continues on into the evening. Does anyone have anything else they want to say or
Yeah,
do?
I guess I do now.
Yeah, you want to wreck Snooty's house?
I will attempt to.
Alright.
How does one go about wrecking a goblin house?
Well, what does Gem think that would entail? I mean, Snooty has a very particular kind of organization in her home. Moving things around might disrupt that.
You're fucking right, yes. I'm gonna steal everything and move it and hide it on the other side of the house.
Oh, she would be so mad. Her organization.
Pardon me. Oh my gosh. My goblin's coming out.
You're just gonna vomit up
Pardon
your
me?
character. Alright,
I'd
so...
like to rearrange the house.
Okay,
In
so
my head,
Gem,
I'm stealing everything and hiding it in the house.
Alright, so Gem, you want to wreck Snooty's home, air quotes.
Yes.
Okay. Snooty, would you have eventually gone back to your house for the evening, or do you think you would have been, like, hanging around the chief all night?
I mean, she probably would go back so she can put her new pin in the safe space that she keeps all of her important items.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she would probably go back home.
Alright, Gem, can you give me a thievery roll, please? Desi, what do you want to get up to while this is all going on?
I'm gonna assume after eating the plate and probably the wheel of cheese, I'm probably pretty full.
You are correct.
I'm probably gonna start waddling home.
Okay. And as this chicanery is going on at Snooty's house, what about you, Boggy? You've successfully delivered cheese. Any other activities for the evening, or shall you just await the morning?
Buggy has done his mischief. It is time for to go home.
Alright, perfect. Okay. So, the last little bit of chicanery for the evening before we get to the following day. Snooty, can you give me a perception roll, please?
I sure can. Perception.
All right, so Gem, you make quick work of your sinister marriage stealing plot, and move all of Snooty's belongings to different locations than they currently have been, and slip out of her house just in time as she is coming home. And Snooty, you come home and you can see that a lot of your stuff isn't where you put it originally.
I don't. Mhm. She's gonna basically just take most of the night and put it back where it's supposed to go,
Alright.
thinking that maybe like she did that when she was getting ready.
Yeah, she's not gonna be like, my house when she comes home.
No, she definitely would be. She'd be like, what, and then try to remember if she did that.
Alright. And Gem, watching from the shadows, you can see that she is visibly distressed as she spends a good part of the night putting things in back that you have moved around, and you feel you have definitely successfully home-wrecked her.
I'll walk away and go,
Now I get married to the chief.
Alright. So as everybody retires to their huts and makes time for the rest of the evening before the final bits of celebration are seen to the end of the night, you all enjoy the sounds of the various cavalcade of noises that come with every goblin feast, which is a combination of screaming, laughing, yelling, fighting, and throwing up, and things being knocked over, and it's just usual chaos, but it is a soothing sound as you are all lulled to sleep, except for those of you who don't need to do so. And eventually, as the sun rises once more in the morning, you greet another day in the lovely, smelly-ass fucking marsh that you all inhabit. So, as the morning comes, the four of you find yourselves once more summoned before the chief within his moot in the morning, where Wiggums and the chief are both awaiting your presence. How would you guys like to react to being summoned before the chief once more in the morning?
Mugly.
Oh, do I not roll for my book since I waddled home?
Oh, did you want to interact with your book over the night?
Yeah, I would.
Sure. Do you want to interact with all three, or do you want to do one or two? What's your
All
game plan?
three.
All right.
Our booking.
Power booking indeed.
Alright, what do I roll?
Let me open your thing again. It should say on your item. But let me go to your inventory. An occult test.
Occult.
So you make 3 occult tests and tell me which book you're doing each time.
Alright, we're just gonna go down the line, so we're gonna be the Book of Bother Deadies.
Ooh. Alright, let me look at that. Ooh. Alright. So you can let me know if you want to keep going down the line, but as you read the book, something connects in you, and you can feel a power taking hold in you that you weren't aware of before. And as you kind of, you finally, the stuff inside that was giving you trouble initially, you're starting to really comprehend it. It's kind of speaking to you in a way that almost is like making you feel like, you could do a thing, a magical thing, perhaps.
Oh!
And now you have learned and are able to cast the cantrip Disrupt Undead.
Damn, that's pretty good.
There you go.
Uh,
Now, this book may still have value to others who would be interested in it, but if you were to ever give it to someone else or perhaps sell it, you would need to make sure that it is done so in secret. However, this book seems to have given you all that it is capable of informing you of, so I'll switch it to the identified state, and there you go. You have the Book of Bother Deadies.
ooh, excellent. Okay, I don't know how to add spells to my character list, but that sounds pretty fucking pog, my dude. My wife cringed.
Would you think
I
Desi would
most
be
definitely did.
eager
I know, I'm
to
sorry.
dig her face into? And now keep in mind, any other goblin who you might discover is able to read in secret would be able to make use of these as well. But the question is, do you risk that knowledge, or do you wait till you find it out? But that's a question for another time. For now, do you want to try your hand with the other two books?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. The Book of Buzz seems to still elude you in its secrets. It does not give you everything that you are looking for, unfortunately. So, for the time being, this book still, it seems to really hint at like being able to manipulate small creatures in some fashion, and you're like, I swear I could figure it out at some point, but for now, it is just eluding you a little too hard, and you'll need to take some time before you can try again.
Okay, that's fair. I will now roll for the Book of Bad Touch.
All right, go ahead. Give me another occult roll. Ooh, the bad touch eludes you as well. You're like, I'm pretty sure I remember some kind of bad touch that might allude to this, but I think I'm thinking of the wrong thing. And for the time being, unfortunately, the information within does not seem to be jumping out at you enough. All right. Well, there you go, with the dangerous tomes of magical knowledge that you are so eagerly shoving into your face, taken care of. Is that it for the rest of the evening? You also have those boots that you took off the goblin, but you're not...
Yeah. I want to take a peek at those. I want to see if I can figure out what those things are.
So without actually taking them to be identified by somebody who would be able to know, I think that the best thing I could get from you to... Technically, because of the way that they were created, you give me an Arcana roll to see if something about it...
I also have craft magical items, so I am familiar.
I will say, due to the nature of how these were made, you may use that stat to see if you can discern some elements of the construction of this thing. Well, you definitely do. One thing that is very obvious about when you wear them is they make you go faster. When you walk, you seem to go faster than when you're actually putting the energy into the movement of your feet.
Okay.
And you're not entirely sure, but it seems that in your experimentation, what the closest thing that equates to it being activated to you is that as you were testing and moving them together, you click them together twice, like heels together, and the boots put you somewhere further away from where you were.
Oh.
So I will say that that is enough of an effort to kind of understand enough to use its full details. So these are called the Boots of the Coward. These boots provide the wearer with the ability to increase their movement speed by plus 10 feet. In addition, once per long rest, these boots may be activated as a reaction to teleport the wearer as far from any hostile combatants as they can be placed within 60 feet of their current position. You may not bring the wearer anywhere within 15 feet of a hostile entity with this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes, you watched. If good old if Gizwit had made his escape, he would be using these boots to further cause problems for you, I imagine. But now his smelly ass goblin feet footwear are yours for the taking.
Nice.
Also,
that'll teach him.
Snooty.
Yeah.
Would you have put any effort into trying to figure out the full extent of the unusual stick that seems to make people sick?
She probably would after she fixed her house.
Alright. For you, I will go ahead and say that you can make me a occultism roll, due to the nature of how this thing was made and its functions. Okay, you successfully make yourself throw up several times, and then otherwise are aware that, like, the thing you're most critically aware of it is that it makes things barf when you hit them with it. So technically, that's That's all it does. So you identify it. It was just in the most unpleasant method you possibly could have.
Oh, yay.
So yeah, you're going to start the next day with a level of sickness.
Okay.
So you are going to feel kind of hungover, like you have been drinking too much for the night, but you didn't do that. And yeah, so you kind of, in your experiments and attempts to understand what this stick does, you may have coated some of your walls in your domicile with your vomit, and eventually, through that process, passed out on the floor, realizing that you could no longer summon forth any more vomit, and your house doesn't smell any better than it already did when you wake up in the morning. In
She
fact,
is probably so upset.
but congratulations. There you go. That's that sorted. And then for Gem, I believe there is an item in your inventory that we need to address as well.
Boy. It's the armor, I believe.
Yes, the armor you're wearing is probably the hardest of the group to kind of understand in its full implication, because you haven't really testing it is going to be very difficult for the circumstances. So I think the best you're going to be able to do without having to even roll for anything, because it would be very obvious, is when you wear it, it seems to give you an enchanted level of protection greater than the normal armor that you usually would feel as you're wearing it.
Since I'm now one of the most important goblins, have goblins take turns punching me while I'm in the armor.
Yes.
Clearly, I'm the smartest member of this group, so this shouldn't be a problem figuring out what it does.
I will gladly tell you that the process of having the goblins hitting you with stuff will not give you more knowledge on what else it does. But what it does that you know for sure is that it gives you a +1. So it's a +1 hide armor.
Okay, so bonus already all there, I believe.
Yeah, I think it added it when we have it worn. Let's change that for a sec. It did not modify the number. Interesting. Strange. Oh, there we go. There. Hey. Worn armor. There. Now you have a 19 AC. Jesus Christ, what have I done?
Nice.
All right. There you go. Level 2 goblin with 19 AC. You can just go fight God now. Have fun.
Yes.
I am undefeatable. After I marry Pete, I will rule all the land. What does people do with land?
So, my question to you is: would you have just stashed your previous leather armor in the in your house?
Can I wear this over my other leather armor?
Sure, if you want to double it up, for
just cosmetic sakes.
Yes, yeah. My only concern is that your encumbrance is increased by doing so. But if you would like to voluntarily do it, that is entirely doable. And you can tailor it, the unusual armor. The only thing that you note about the weird hide armor that you had gathered from Gizwit also is that it looks like it's pieced together by a very strange looking leather. Almost skin-like.
Green skin?
No. Seems to be like a mix of very pallid, pale skin that you're not very familiar with.
Huh.
But there you go. When whatever else it does for you becomes relevant, I will I'll let you know. There's actually an element.
Is in the belief that she's figured everything out about this armor, so it's clearly identified at this point.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. As far as she's aware, it's completely identified. All right, perfect. So, with that said and done and covered, we can now go ahead and transition to the following day because we have sorted everything. I believe we sorted everything. Am I missing any items, or are we good?
I think we're
I
good.
had this great big two-handed sword that was on fire, and what's it called? The Dragon Slayer or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I had an amulet. It was enchanted. It was the always be better than Gem enchantment. And,
Oh, yeah.
uh,
I'm afraid those disappeared in the river. Sorry.
damn.
Yeah, while you were getting the bad suck, it fell into the waters.
Oh no. Gem can't swim. Gem can't get it back.
Yeah, rip.
Can't steal from river. No.
Alright. So, now that we solved that issue, because I figured I needed to get that covered before we started the morning's experience here. As the morning comes to you once more, then the four of you find yourselves in the presence of the chief, where Wiggums and the chief both await you. Wiggums nods at the chief as the last of you arrive in the building, and he turns to speak to you all. Chief and I have been talking. I'm also going to make sure that they get up on screen here for a second, because we need them to help illustrate this situation at the moment. I'll just put Wiggums up. You guys know where the chief is. He kind of narrows his eyes, looking a little bit conspiratorially to the left and right. The four of you are a good fit for bestest, most important tasks around village by a big number more than most. Therefore, we have decided to let you in on Big Chief's secret special plan. Wiggums holds out a crudely drawn image of what looks like a distant landscape drawing of a seaside town, its wildly proportioned buildings contrasting with a poor rendition of what appears to be water, sand, docks, and a bridge. Do you know what this is? He asks.
Yeah. It's a map.
A piece of paper with drawings on it.
Mine? It's mine.
No, Gem. It's
No.
wait. Is that a human town? Huh?
Wiggums nods his head up and down and says, This is the town of Sandpoint. And
Which way, Sandpoint?
it's north of where you currently are located within the bogs, the marshes. And you all are familiar partially with the town of Sandpoint because there's often quite a trade between Sandpoint and your tribe when it comes to things that go on. Often, every now and then, your tribe will go raid the town of Sandpoint, and then people will come from the town of Sandpoint and kill a couple of goblins, basically to be like, stop fucking doing that. It's essentially the give and take that comes between the two of you. But you're all vaguely familiar with it. You can choose how much of a personal familiarity you have with the town, per your goblins, but Sandpoint is essentially the closest human settlement to your tribe. And Wiggums is basically holding up a map that maybe some of you have recognized it from a distance, but yeah, he's waving it around and basically going, We always goblins go to Sandpoint, make mess, raid houses, take pets and children and food and objects and money. This has been the way we do things for a very long time. Chief, however, Chief knows that Chief need more. Chief need to be bestest goblin out there. Chief wants to see important tribe of suck frogs. Most important tribe of suck frogs. Suck frogs, fuck ass. Excuse me, sorry. Let me continue that.
Like, what are we doing?
Yes, just suck a frog, fuck ass.
No, shut up, quiet. I was just. It was
Yeah,
my.
okay, sorry.
No.
What is?
Wiggums
I
holds
don't
up.
know.
Wiggums holds
kinda
up the.
kinky.
He's like, shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, sorry.
I drank too much last night. Just shut up.
Okay, too much frog ass, got it.
Anyways, he holds the. Hold on. I need to. We gotta bring these out. Nope, that's the badge. There we go. Angry Brows. I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute. Just think about what you've done, Desi.
I love those.
All right. Anyways, so Wiggums holds the map. Well, map is a generous thing to say to it. Up in front of the four of you and just kind of shakes it about, and he says, "Chief wants to make big goblin tribe. Chief always tired of the go in and raid and come back and kill goblins. Go in and raid, go back and kill goblins. Blah 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 blah. Chief has decided that Chief needs to become first Goblin King. In order to do so, we need to destroy the town of Sandpoint."
I raise my hand.
Yes.
Was it king?
King is bigger than Chief. King
Huh.
is chief of all chiefs. All chiefs of all goblin tribes must respect kings.
Are we chiefs now?
No, but if you make Chief king, you all become chiefs.
What? Maybe first wife will make me queen?
Yes, Snooty. You become
We have to do
Goblin
this.
Queen.
We have to do this, guys. We have to do this. That's even more important
Yeah.
than goblins.
I become queen. You become queen.
Squint.
Wiggums nods and he gestures over to the. What the fuck have you posted in this group chat? God damn it, you guys. Anyways, moving on. Fucking goblins. Yeah, so Wiggums just kind of gestures behind him to some of the fireworks crates and he says, "You have made big first step on making us best goblin tribe in all of world. However, these are but tool to use for destroy town." And he points to the fireworks crate and opens one of them and says, "We give these to goblins, and goblins use these to set fire to town of Sandpoint. But that is only first stage. In order to make Sandpoint truly ours, to conquer the Sandpoint, we must first undermine Sandpoint."
Gem raises
Do
her
you-
hand again.
Yes, Gem?
What does mime mean?
It means the people who live in Sandpoint like each other. If they don't, it's easier for goblins to destroy Sandpoint.
Why not fire?
Fire come after. Fire is most important element at start of fight for Sandpoint, but you are the bestest goblins in tribe. Wiggums needs you to go to Sandpoint. and do some things there before goblins can attack.
Gem's gonna nod, clearly not understanding what he's talking about.
Wiggums is going to nod his head, like fervently, thinking that you're... Because nobody's saying anything, he's just going to assume that you guys are picking up what he's putting down. And to that
Snooty
effect...
just heard Queen, and it's just going in her head like super important celebrity. Has heard the word Queen before, noted to somebody super popular, and is just like super excited for it.
Boggy, you kind of connected the dots on the fact that, like, if destroy town, lots of dead big humans. How's your feeling on that?
Bucky is okay going burning town. Yeah.
What about you, Desi? How's your reaction to all of this?
Well, you know, so, like, you know, Desi's gonna look real thoughtful about this, not because she has any ideas or potential, you know, other things that interest her in towns. But, she'll nod her head up and down and go, yeah, sounds like a good plan. Yeah, we'll go do that. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. So he nods. He has like a big shit-eating grin on his face and just goes, good. Now, Wiggums is going to tell you a few things you're going to need to do in Sandpoint. And just out as an aside, from the GM perspective, you guys can choose to pursue these objectives at your leisure or do whatever you want in the town. I'm just telling you that this is what Wiggums is expecting from you guys and will be an influencing factor, but ultimately, you guys can do however you do and wish to do as things become available in the town, and your decisions can be made as you wish. But Wiggums says, the badges I have given you, most important badges. He holds out like a little ball, some weird, strange little... anybody who... I doubt any of you would be able to have any fucking hope of identifying it, but anybody who wants to give me an occult roll with disadvantage can, to see if you have any idea what you're looking at here.
Where's this?
Alright, that tracks. Oh, pretty close, Desi, but no cigar. Unless anybody wants to call Goblin bullshit, I will continue.
I got a 17. Oh.
You did. It's pretty good. You'll have the most relevant information on this thing.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Goblin bullshit, go.
Okay. Alright, even less understanding, and now I will roll a D100. Roll 1D100. 64. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
A rock. A rock falls from the sky onto the head of the nearest creature to the goblin who used the pool, inflicting a single point of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck Wiki.
Wiggy would not be the closest to you.
Damn it.
Which of the three goblins here would you say is the closest to you?
Probably gonna be Snooty. So I'm taking the position, the place, so you know.
Alright, Snooty, for no reason at all, and you're not sure where it came from, a rock falls with just enough force to inflict 1 point of bludgeoning damage on you.
What the? What happened?
What?
Picks up rock.
It's a sign.
You have been blessed by the Sky Father. You have his baby.
Wait,
Gem immediately gets jealous.
This baby?
Yeah.
I
So
will
what-
name him Chief Junior.
Exactly.
God damn it. All right. Anyways, as you deal with that situation, Desi, this orb is something that you have seen only once before and only in passing in your time in a human community. Is that a fellow that you have familiarity with once interacted with somebody who is making use of one to contact somebody else through means that you're not very familiar with. But it sounded like they were using it to talk to somebody else on the other side of the connection. So if you want to, you can say something about what you see there, or you can keep it to yourself. But
keep it to myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, and the
okay.
rest of you are just like, oh, neat, cool, it's a glass orb of some kind.
Neat.
Yeah, so
Is
my
that
question...
also God's baby?
Wiggums just looks at you like, the fuck? And goes, no, this is important object that will allow Wiggums to continue to let you know what you can do to make Chief King. Also, it will allow you to talk to Wiggums because, and he brings out one of the badges that's inside his own coat, the most important goblin badges, and he goes, these will let me talk to you through this.
This feels more like a curse than a boon.
what are we talking through? I'm confused.
He goes, Wiggums will show you. Bring out badges.
I'll bring out our badges. Show you our badges.
Yes,
Wait,
show
we're not
me.
getting more?
Show me your badges.
I'll show my
not
badge.
see? Can you see my forehead?
Is it still on your forehead?
Why would I move it? How would I move it?
Okay, so you still have it clearly on your forehead. Snooty, is it in your hut, or do you have it on you?
Snooty is definitely wearing it now. She is no longer wearing the wedding dress. As it seems
Gotcha.
that she assumed that the ceremony had already happened.
Alright,
And
Gem,
that
do you
she
have...
is...
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Snooty.
No. She already thinks that husband and wife just yet noticed.
Oh, she thinks that was the ceremony? She didn't...
Yeah.
Okay, you know what, that's fair. What about you, Gem? Are you holding it up, or kind of like covetously showing it a little bit, or...
Sure, I'll hold it up in display of, like, what I have.
What about you, Desi?
I'm gonna hold mine up, but higher than Gem.
Nah.
Alright, so he's gonna say into it, he's gonna go, watch this. And he's gonna hold the ball in front of his face and look a little focused, and he's gonna say something in a language that I'm pretty sure none of you understand. I'm just gonna double check, though. Looking at your languages. Does anybody understand? Infernal. Where the fuck do I look at people's things? There we go. Okay, we got common, goblin. Okay. Oh, look at that. Common, goblin. Oh, okay. And oh, look at that. Common. And should be goblin. You, I don't know why, Boggy, you speak goblin. There's no way you don't speak goblin.
What do you mean? How would I speak goblin?
You're telling me Boggy doesn't understand Goblin?
There's a separate language.
Fuck's sakes. Anyways, yes.
Wait,
So
no, you've added no.
you could remove it if you want.
I don't know how to.
Okay, I'll fix it. Oh my good god. Fucking trying to make me say it. Trying to get the line out of me. Alright.
I can put a line in you if you like.
Oh my god. So Wiggum says something in a language you don't understand, and then he says snooty after whatever it is he says. And then there's like a change in focus, and you can see that there's like a fuzzy image in the ball, and he leans towards it and he says, "Hello, this is Wiggums," and you can hear at the same time, like it sounds like somebody talking through a shitty tin can, but your badge, you can hear Wiggums talking to you through it.
Brian, your voice is different. What's happening?
Ah. What? Hello?
And as you talk back, you can hear your voice come through the little ball that he's holding. And there's a little bit of a delay to it, so it sounds like maybe like half a second after what you say comes through.
Magic?
Well, Wiggums,
I hold my hand up.
Yes, Skim.
why do you need to hear our voices when we're here already?
He scowls a bit and goes, "I don't care about here in the village. You four are going to go to the village of Sandpoint, and this
Yeah.
ball will let me still talk to you, so you can also talk to me and be reminded of why you are at the village.
Why don't you come with us?
I must stay here and act as chief's translator and advisor. Otherwise, other goblins might get eaten by Chief.
Why not Chief also come?
Chief is not... he needs more energy.
Oh, is this how we get more energy for Chief?
Yes, you catch on quick, Snooty. When you help to destroy town of Sandpoint, Chief will become stronger and more energy-filled.
I don't
Everyone
understand.
get excited. Mean Chief no sleep as much and him stronger. Reason why he become king.
And as you look up, you can see the Chief has already kind of dozed off a little bit. His
He
eyes
no
are
longer
closed.
will do that.
Like full on point at the chief and go,
He will no longer fall asleep on us. I am excited and ready to go on adventure to make Chief stronger.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't really care about any of that, but if it makes Snooty happy, sure.
Any other
yeah.
input from the other goblins?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're dead. They just died on the floor in front of the Chief.
What? You died.
Okay. All right. Fair. So, yes. Wiggums nods his head enthusiastically and says, Good. If you are all going to go to Sandpoint and do what I need you to do, Wiggums will now tell you what you should look for. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So,
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
important thing to remember going to Sandpoint. There is elf who lives in Marsh who acts with Town of Sandpoint to stop goblins whenever the goblins try to do things. Her name is Shalele.
Shillelagh?
Yeah, Shillelagh and oh no. Fuck. Okay, something. Okay, and he looks like.
Wickham's beatboxing.
You guys can give me a perception roll also on something that's going to happen next, if you'd like. Entirely voluntary. Oh, that's pretty perceptive, Snooty. Oh, that's pretty perceptive, Gam. Oh, that's pretty perceptive, Boggy. Shit.
Are you ready for me not to do any of that?
All right, roll it out.
Yeah.
I call Goblin Bullshit go on that roll.
No. You can't.
I didn't determine if we were allowing you guys to make each other re-roll your rolls with the Goblin Bullshit pool. So
No, you said not to.
okay. So yes, it will only be your own rolls you can Goblin Bullshit pool. Desi, do you want to Goblin Bullshit pool it, or are you good? Desi?
I'm thinking.
Do it.
No.
You're a goblin.
Yeah, but. Oh, God. The goblin is taking over my brain. Goblin bullshit go.
Alright, re-roll it for me, please.
Yeah.
Wow, it's even worse. Amazing. Now let's see what you get on the table. Okay. Another. Who are you standing closest to before I tell you what happens? You're standing closest to Gem? Okay, another rock falls from the sky and lands right on her head.
No.
I was really happy about this. Now she's been chosen. She's stolen everything from Snooty.
Oh, I guess God also wants you to have baby.
No, he's decided that I'm the chosen one now, not you.
But I still has Rock.
Give him 404s.
I'm gonna lately slap her. Slow slap. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're doing
Alright,
that
well. You all notice that Wiggums looks like somebody else is talking to him. Like he turns his head for a second in a very obvious display of like, as if somebody beside him was correcting him on something. And he was like slowly nodding his head, and it's a very obvious, deliberate, like, looking like Wiggums is like listening to something and then nodding his head, being like, right. But you don't hear anything aside from Gem, because of technically the way that certain things interact with you as well. And I don't even know if Gem would understand it. You hear almost like a faint whispering in the same kind of way that you're used to hearing some whispers in your own Brian. That kind of emanate from around Wiggum's head. But otherwise, he seems pretty normal, and you can let me know if you want to respond to that or not. But otherwise, the rest of you just think like Wiggums looks like a crazy person, kind of.
Wickham's has a Brian too.
Oh, no way. That means Wiggum extra smart.
Oh, he's smart like me. Wickham's is more powerful than I thought.
Gem, you're smart.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a Brian.
I do. It talks to me.
Are you sure that's not someone named Brian?
Kim doesn't know how to respond to this.
My name isn't
No,
Brian.
nah.
Boggy is my Brian.
Right, but there are two Brian. They're Brian, the one in head, and then there's people's named Brian. I mean, there's Gobbo named Brian.
Yeah,
He lives
Boggy's
here,
named
too.
Brian.
Yeah.
So Boggy is Brian in head.
What? No.
No. Okay, now
I swear to God,
Snooty's
Game's just getting stupid and stupid as
super,
it goes on.
super confused.
Wiggums looks like he was a little preoccupied with whatever else was going on in his perspective, and he goes, sorry. And he just kind of notices you guys having this little conversation amongst yourselves and just snaps his fingers in the air and goes, pay attention!
Sorry, smart Brian man.
It's okay. Yes, you are looking for not first problem to take care of, to make sure is not problem for goblins when goblins come to Sandpoint, is an elf named Shalelu Andosana.
Shalelu Chandelier.
Chandelier.
Enchilada.
Wiggum seems to think that was enough of a confirmation. And he just nods his head and goes, First importantest thing to get out of way is make sure that when goblins come to attack Sandpoint, Shalelu, Elf Lady, is not problem for us. Understand?
So, do we eat her?
Wiggums doesn't care what you do to her. Only that you make sure she does not help defend Sandpoint when we come for the town.
I raised my arm in real life. I'm an idiot.
Yes, Gam?
Do we have to marry her first before eating?
Wiggums
I'm just becoming Gav at this point.
Wiggums has no fucking idea how to respond to that statement and just kind of goes, if you eat her, that's fine too. If she's eaten, she can't stop goblins.
Oh, what if? Okay, so is she like a nerd? Like how we know what she look like?
She is tall and blonde.
Like most people's.
What is blonde?
It's like my hair red. You want one that looks like,
And she puffs out her shirt, like the little floof that she has on her shoulder.
this color.
I like that color.
Maybe this detail help. She tall, pale pinky skin, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Most people's has those. Wiggums.
Pointy ears, like goblin. Also, but
She a tall goblin, but with pink skin.
Kind of. Not goblin though. Dirty elf, not goblin.
Is she ugly?
Very.
Oh, then we'll know who it is right away.
Good. She carry around big bow and arrows. Used to kill many goblins. Make sure if you make her your problem, you don't get problem with her at long distances. She very good at shooting many goblin long way away. Sometimes never even see. Have heard tale of this Shile, Shilelu, Shilelu.
Shillelagh enchilada.
Yeah, Shile. Yes. What? No. Shilelu and Osana.
Shillelagh
How many
and
people do
Dora's
you
box.
I'm struggling to remember all these names.
Hannah and Hersana.
Yeah.
Legless.
Why are we fighting Asana?
Hold
But,
on, I
we're
gotta put these
locked
on
in
for
a
the rest
heated
of this scene,
combat.
I think. Alright, I'm properly equipped to deal with the next few minutes.
Well,
Wait.
got me. You know, sometimes, when you're fighting somebody, things get heated and steamy. So yeah. So
So Shulelu enchilada, the tall blonde.
You'd actually just bite its tire off instead.
Alright, we're
probably.
back.
I like this
Alright.
image you have of me. It makes me very happy.
Make sure to let people know to refresh in chat. Yes, we are good. We're good. It's some OBS shenanigans on my end that I need to solve, and I am going to do a heavy reinstall of everything on my damn computer after this broadcast. But for now, thank you everybody for being here, and thank you very much for the patience as we run into these technical issues. Very, very much so appreciate it. So, Wiggums just kind of sighs, and he just takes the ball, and he holds it up, and he goes, "Okay, make easier for you. If you see Shilelu and
Shillelagh enchilada.
yeah, so Shile what?
yeah.
No,
Sheila and Hersana.
Shile.
Doing
If you see
Matata.
blonde elf who need die or be removed or not have in problem, make not problem elf. You point your badge and let me know you looking at, and I will look through orb, and I'll let you know if you have found or not."
Oh, okay. So we find ugly, tall, pink skin goblin, and then be like, "Oh, wig gums, look," and the badge should tell you.
Yes,
Ah,
I will let you know if that is the elf that needs to be problem solved.
He's
okay.
problem solving. We're gonna help her.
You know, you you make not around Sandpoint anymore. However
We
you
kill
do
her.
that, that probably easiest way. Yes, better if she dead, but just make sure she not save town when goblins come to help make town not safe anymore.
Okay.
Okay, do you have it? Do you need? I'm going to go to the next item. Does anyone need anything else about what I've told you?
I need a towel
No.
for the Sana.
What?
I need a towel for the Sana.
Always need a towel.
Well,
Christine,
Hersana.
you're school alone.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
to
we
go
can't
fight
send
Sheila
it.
and her Sana, so I mean, like, I need the towel for the Sana.
Yeah.
Put those angry eyebrows right back on your face. You know you want to.
Oh, they're there. They're there. They've been
He
sitting
never
here.
left. Can I just cool goblin bullshit go in the mental rolling I'm doing?
Anyways, Wiggums just assumes that's crazy boggy talk and continues speaking. Next, he says, "Next, you should do is important person to make sure not help Sandpoint. You kill or make them go away, whatever you do to make them stop being a problem. The next one is Sheriff Baylor Hemlock."
Okay, Sheriff Bailey, Hemlock. Question.
Yes.
Is, listen, if, okay, hear me out. Is he a giant man with a big weapon?
He is he's not giant compared to other big talls, but still big to us.
Gotcha. Okay. Second question. Okay. Does he have anybody working for him?
Yes. Reason why sheriff important to get rid of is sheriff in charge of all other guards in town.
Okay.
Good God.
So, I know what I'm gonna do then. I got this plan. Maybe I'll sing it a little bit here for you, just so you know, because we'll do it sneaky, okay? I bombed the sheriff, but I didn't bomb his deputy.
They're going back on. Why did I take them off? What? There. You happy now? They're on it permanently. Somebody weld these on, please.
You're gonna need angry eyebrows for your angry eyebrows.
Yeah, I need to get some assets that are gradiented so that you can tell that I've doubled up.
Have you
on
thought
angry.
about, like, it's Nike, right? You can just get a bigger size. It's probably like what, a medium right now. You can get like XL.
You could add Adidas.
Oh.
And then Puma.
Exactly. See, just like that. Just do it.
Now I knew why we got hit by rocks. I knew who threw them.
Does this stop the machina from coming out of your forehead?
Anyways, Wiggums continues and says, "Yes, you look out for Sheriff Baylor Hemlock. He look like big. He wear big red coat cape thing. And head look like big metal penis."
Oh,
Sorry,
I
yeah,
think so. He have that big hat. I seen him before. Him ugly. His hat
him
cool
racist.
though.
Give him raises her hand.
Yeah. Wait, does
Yeah.
the goggles go on the giant metal penis?
Gam, ask your question.
What is a penis?
I don't want you to answer.
I don't want to answer this question either. I just want to put these back on because I was a fool and thought I wouldn't need them. Wiggum's looking a little confused kind of goes, it's the thing that some creatures have between legs that goes inside things.
It's a snake that is attached to boys or girls. You never know.
Kim's confusion does not relieve in any way, I don't think.
I'd just like to note that I have the unfortunate realization that none of your characters have penises. So...
To be honest, it's going to come up at one point or another.
Excuse me, God. What is unfortunate about that?
Oh no, it's not. It's not unfortunate. It's just unfortunate I had to remember it.
Oh, sure. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Boggy is modeled to be anatomically correct by the person who made
No.
iteration.
Look, the God of Love does not exactly want that kind of love to happen. You want a fucking half-undead baby walking around?
Yeah. Anyways, so Wiggum's Yep.
You're gonna be like, someone's gonna come up and be like, wow, that D&D group you have is really neat. You're gonna be like, gee, thanks. They have pockets. It's gonna be like the truth.
Excuse me, Ricky, can I have a drawing of a penis so I know what to look for?
Oh my god. Oh, why have I done this to myself?
Honest question.
Mm-hmm.
If a penis is attached to a boy and it's between their legs, how come it's on his head?
He's...
Oh, Bucky no.
Oh, yeah.
Humies have this. I think it's punishment because everyone get upsetty and scream dickhead at each other.
It's a curse.
Yes.
Oh. Alright, no more questions.
Can both me and Gem take mental damage from this?
I think our DM is taking mental damage.
Is he just left? It's like, fuck this. You're by yourself.
I don't know why Discord isn't picking me up for my laugh cough, but I was laugh coughing. Yeah, so Wiggum's is going to decide that the best way to illustrate it is that he's going to say, okay, you show Wiggums through badge who you think look like penis helmet man guy, and Wiggums tell you if that's the right guy. Okay?
Okay. My throat.
Got a little dried out of all the penis talk.
So you don't have to practice for the chief.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. You know, Goblin Society. You eat goblins to become stronger. I wonder if that works that way too.
Hey, does that make you? Oh. If you eat a lot, do you get your own? Is it like?
Gem raises her hand.
Yeah, Gim.
Can I steal one?
Can you steal penis? Is that what you're implying? Oh, hey, it's 2:30. You know what? I think now would be a great time to call our break.
Are you sure? Isn't it a bit early?
So much.
It's 2:30 is usually when I call the break. Yeah. Yeah. It's just become. It's just. Yeah. You know what? You're right. You're right, Krieger. You're right. You're entirely correct. We will wrap this scene up and then take the break. I'll just ensure. Wiggums shrugs and says, I don't care if you steal penises. It's fine. You do that if you want. You can collect all the penis you want.
Oh my god.
You know, I feel like we should have called the goblins Jimmies because we're going to eat the world.
God damn it. And Wiggums goes, right, okay. It's look, it's most important things. Make sure you take care of Shalelu and Dosana, the elf, and make sure Sheriff Baylor Hemlock is also dealt with, and there is woman who runs one of tavern, who has been big problem for goblins too. Her name. He looks like he's struggling, and then he like rings his ear a little bit, like something's yelling in his ear, and then just turns and goes like, "I'm trying it, God, me."
Is the chief yelling at you because you're getting their names wrong?
Wiggy's not as
Yes.
good as the job as he used to be. Someone's gonna take over soon.
Yes, Chief tucked into brain of Brian of Wiggy have brain talk with Chief not liking me mess up voice names for problem people. Yep.
Oh.
Can I call Goblin bullshit to force Wiggy to reroll whatever roll he just made?
You can all give me insight rolls.
Sure.
Whoever wants to, whether it sounds like he's fibbing.
Alex is sitting over here being like, I want to use goblin bullshit at every opportunity.
Yes, every fucking opportunity I get, I'm going to use it.
I guess the equivalency would be insight would probably just translate to perception.
Okay.
So yeah.
Can I do that with any bonuses for having a Brian?
I got a Brian. It's a big Brian.
As in there. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, you can have whatever the Pathfinder equivalent of advantage is called. What is it called again? Fuck. Anyways, you have advantage. Roll with advantage,
okay.
Cam. Nice.
Goblin bullshit go.
Good. Sure.
That's good enough.
That's better. Yeah, Desi, you've been around people who have definitely not told the truth. In your line of other experiences in your time abroad. He definitely, like, Wiggums is definitely, like, trying to pass it off as, like, oh yeah, totally the chief, but something else is fishy there. You don't know what, but you're like, something about the way he's talking seems there. And Gem, you, being the dumbass that you are, don't initially think anything's problematic until your Brian has a little bit of a pipe in on matters and says that something is familiar about what's going on to a similar situation you share, and it says that is not the chief to you. But otherwise, Snooty, you're like, yeah, seems legit. You're willing to believe anything involving the chief as truth because
Sounds
you are,
right.
Yeah, you're so eager. And then I need to roll on the goblin bullshit pool.
Yeah.
What? Oh, god damn it. Oh, 41.
Desi's the closest.
Oh.
So,
Damn it. Mm-hmm.
no, it happens to Gem. Gem, you are suddenly teleported 15 feet into the air above your current position.
Ah,
Can I catch her?
Yeah, you can try to give me an athletics roll to catch Gem as she falls.
Alright. I'm gonna catch her.
The Chief's Moot is a very large building. It's
Yeah.
probably like 25, 30 feet in height on the interior. I will say that you can take half of the damage that she sustains if you want to stick with that roll.
Yeah. I'll stick with it.
Alright. I'll roll 1d6. Oh, okay. Okay, you both take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
As
I gotta take half. That's
it's rounding up. Everything rounds up.
Alright,
Look, just-
I won't wiggle my way out of that.
Just deal with it. Yes. So you bonk, you catch her and stop her from smashing into the ground, but you bonk heads. So that's where the 1 damage comes from, where you just like the light plonk of both of your
Okay.
foreheads impacting.
Cool. I caught her bridal style, and after we clunked heads, I'm gonna look at her for a second, and then I'm gonna smile real slow, and then I'm gonna drop her.
Why'd you catch me like that?
Huh? Cause it was easy.
Do you have anything to say following up on your noticing that fucking Wiggums is fibbing, or are you a little bit more preoccupied with the fact you just played catchies with Gem?
I ain't gonna say it to Wiggum's face. I'm gonna wait until we leave.
Alright, fair. Gam, what about you? Do you have any observations, or are you a little too startled with the fact you were just
Gem
suddenly
is
like...
a wonderful creature that may be able to sometimes get information, but she never fucking knows what to do with it.
Good, perfect. I love it. It's like throwing a penny into the ocean.
Yep.
Alright, cool. So Wiggums just kind of nods and continues and says, right, anyways. So, to reiterate, Shalelu, the elf, you kill or get rid of, I don't care how. Sheriff Baylor, get rid of him. He tall, kind of darkish but still not skin human guy who has penis head, made of metal. Wears big red cloaky. And then there is lady who runs rusty trombone?
Oh, no.
Something that you go to and get drinks. The bar. There's a bar.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yes. Is very interesting woman with black hair. Pale-ish, but different skin. And her name is Amiko Kaichitsutsu.
Yeah, okay. Kitsushisu, got it.
Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
There are more people in town who are problems, but there is that is 3 most important you should deal with before any goblins come to town or Sandpoint. Also, very important thing, also to make sure you know, if you come across other goblins while you go to Sandpoint and do stuff around Sandpoint, make sure you tell them to come to our tribe. Join Suckfrogs. They help make Chief King. Do you,
Oh, bigger the
understand?
tribe. Big, yes.
Yes, big tribe, easier fight. More
Big
goblins.
tribe. become king.
Yes. Now you understand. More goblin equal more kingy.
Ah. Okay. Do you guys get it? Cause I got it the whole time.
I'm still waiting for my towel.
Yeah,
All right.
I get it.
Yeah, Desi, what about you? Any observations or statements?
No. I'm gonna behave myself for like 2 minutes.
Surprising. So, he reiterates, look for Elf Shalelu, Sheriff Belor, Lady Bartender Thing Amiko, keep eye out for other goblins to help with fight, and any other creatures or things that might be useful to fight to make Sandpoint be destroyed. That's what your goals are. Does anyone have anything else to say to Wiggums, or questions, or things to do before you make preparations for your journey north to the town of Sandpoint?
No.
Do we have easier way to get to Sandpoint than to walk? Because that big spider was kind of scary, actually.
Yes, Trunk Walker is big, scary spider. Is very, very dangerous spider. But Trunk Walker no go near Sandpoint. So just stay less in direction of spider and more in direction of Sandpoint, and you should do okay in that.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else needed from you, goblins?
Buggy walks out. I'm never gonna get that towel.
Anything from you, Gem, or are you basically just like drifting along?
Gem's still, I guess, processing the whole situation as the Gem brain does.
All right, Desi, what about you?
Should be all set. I'm gonna go back to my hut and grab my books and my fireworks, though.
All right, perfect. To that effect, then, Wiggums tells you all that he wishes you good luck and do whatever you need to do in Sandpoint to make easier for goblins to destroy Sandpoint. And he believes in all of you and says you can do it.
Believe in the
Look.
goblin that believes in you.
My husband, future husband, believes in me.
All right, and with that,
Yeah.
I think now, as our goblins give some thought to if there is any method of like, because Snooty, you said that like, is there a way to get there faster? Blah blah blah, etc. That would have to be up to you to check around town, or perhaps come up with your own solutions on that front. But give some thought, players, to if there's anything you want to grab or check around the town for, or do anything in the village before you head out into the marsh and eventually make your way towards Sandpoint, which is from where you guys currently are is like a little under half a day's journey by foot. So with that in mind, we're going to take our little breaky poo here, everybody. So don't go anywhere. We will be back momentarily. I am going to turn down the ambience of the swamp so that we all know it is breaky time. And I'm going to put up our usual placeholder group goblin shot. Boop. There we go. There are the goblins. There they are. They're standing there. They're awesome. What do? I don't know. Do they know things? Let's find out. But we'll find out after the break. For now, we're going to be gone for 15 minutes. And when we come back, we will see you all then. So see you guys soon. Bye.